Have you ever wondered why certain things happen the way they do? Why some people are born with certain challenges, or why some circumstances seem to persist despite our best efforts to change them? Well, let's dive into an intriguing story from the Bible that might just offer us some insight. Once upon a time, in the 9th chapter of John's Gospel, Jesus encountered a man who had been born blind. His disciples, puzzled by the man's condition, asked Jesus, "Who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind?" Many of us, like the disciples, often think that if something negative happens, it's a sign of someone's wrongdoing or God's wrath. But Jesus' response was quite surprising. He simply said, "Neither this man nor his parents sinned, but this happened so that the works of God might be displayed in him." Sometimes we exhaust ourselves seeking answers that won't necessarily solve the problem at hand. In fact, it may cause more harm than good, because even if we knew the cause, it wouldn't necessarily change the situation. When Jesus stated that this man's condition occurred so that the works of God might be displayed, he was teaching us an important lesson. Often when we encounter problems or difficulties, before we overthink or panic, let's remember that God allowed it to happen for a reason. He wants his power to be displayed. In summary, the story of Jesus and the blind man teaches us three key things. First, not all negative occurrences are the result of sin or God's wrath. Second, sometimes our search for answers can lead to more harm than good if it doesn't lead to a solution. And finally, God allows certain things to happen in our lives to display his power and glory. So the next time you're faced with a challenge or a situation that doesn't make sense, remember the story of the blind man. It's not always about who did wrong or why it happened. Sometimes it's about God wanting to display his power in our lives. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of a profound biblical story. Until next time, I hope you'll continue to seek wisdom in the pages of the good book. And remember that often God's power is most evident in the midst of our struggles.